everybody. Welcome to Come on My Couch. I'm your host, Jackie Brown, and I'm so happy to have you all here today. I wanted to discuss some things with you, and I don't know if it's just me or if it's my disdain for social media or being able to see everyone's opinion out there all at the same time. But I want to know, why does everybody have to be so mean? What is going on? It's Black History Month, okay? I don't have time for people to be short or inconsiderate with me. And also, please stop asking me what I'm doing the day of. It's inconsiderate, okay? People don't know how to use their phone. People don't know how to use social media on their phone. People don't know how to socialize. People just don't know. They don't know anything. One of the things that bothers me the most about social media and everybody's opinion being out there is the criticism and whom the criticism comes from. It just became like this thing where everybody thought it was okay to just talk smack about anyone and everybody. But at the same time, do you do the things that you're talking crap about? Are you an entertainer? Do you dance? Do you crack jokes? What is it that you do for the masses? And maybe, yes, you can critique someone who is an entertainer if they are entertaining you, even if they are not. But oh my gosh, if the world revolved around criticism, everyone would be rich. Everyone would be rich if the world revolved around criticism. I'm having some sound issues. I don't know what's going on with my equipment, but it seems like every time I do something pops up. I get these like warning messages, or things are blinking or flashing. I don't know what is going on, but it's just crazy. But yeah, I digress. But back to what I was speaking about before, people criticizing others on social media. Now, for me, I'm used to criticism in person. I've gotten it my entire existence. I got it through all my childhood and all my adulthood. And even now, and I'm probably open to criticism while I have this show. People are probably going to say, why are you wearing a thing in your head? Because I want to. Whatever the case may be. But I am putting my heart and soul into these things to tell you about how I feel and what I think we can do to make the world a better place. But for one, if you don't want to make the world a better place, that's okay. You want to be a gossip queen, cool beans. But have your facts, have your screenshots, have your receipts. Don't just be talking out your butt, because somebody going to come and check you. But what I want to let you all know, I'm going to talk to you about this movie that I saw on Amazon, called This Is Me Now. I'm pretty sure you all have heard about it. The J-Lo movie that she produced herself. I think she said she put up $20 million. That's crazy for this movie. That's a huge budget for this film.
It wasn't about doing it my way or having complete control. Nobody really wanted to do it. So I had to do it. If I wanted to do it, which I did feel very compelled to kind of share this story and tell this story. So that's really more what it was about, that I felt it was worthy to be made.
But I enjoyed myself. I watched it with my little kid, and we had a ball. But the thing about it is, if you don't like J-Lo, you're not going to like this movie because you don't like J-Lo. If you're a fan of J-Lo, you're going to like this movie. If you are a fan of astrology and the zodiac, you are going to love this movie. That's what drew me in. Is I saw something on TikTok about a zodiac council, and I was like, what? And it gave a visual representation of the zodiac signs doing the things that they do. And if you've never had a visual representation of the zodiac, other than what your horoscope or what you see online, but you never see them envisioned as people, as gods, doing the things that gods do, meddling in people's lives. That's what they do. It was amazing. I like the reenactments. I love Keke Palmer's bit. She's amazing. Like check this out.
The sky, and as my friend Maya Angelou would say, when you know who you are, no one can stop you from being that person. Stunning. And that is what we need. Amen. Amen.
It should work. It's amazing to me how long humans can go before they get it.
I mean, you see what I mean? Like, it's a great show. Like, I don't know. I had a good time. I love musicals. I was upset at them making fun of, like, I'm watching stuff throughout TikTok and seeing people's reactions to the movie, and then they're making fun of her when she's dancing in the rain. Now, if you're not a fan of musicals, then you have no idea what she's doing, or I guess it's a tribute to Fred Astaire singing in the rain. It was cute. I thought it was cute. I loved it. I love how much J-Lo loves love. People are saying, oh, she loves herself so much. Why don't you? Why don't you love yourself as much as J-Lo loves herself? The woman has been married 4 times and she still looks drop dead gorgeous. Usually, women don't want to remarry after they've been divorced once. They're like, you know what? I'm not going to do it again. But she has risked it all. She puts her heart on the line and she goes for what she wants, even if it doesn't work out. I mean, that's brave. I feel like she's a brave woman. I also feel like if it was a white lady who did this movie, like, it would be, oh my God, this movie is great. It's cinematic, blah, 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 Oscars, blah, blah, all that stuff. But it's only because it's J-Lo. And for some reason, I don't know why the public has it out for her. I hate the perception, you know what I'm saying? The perception of this skewed reality. We don't know her life. We don't know if she's been under a love spell. And if she does, who cares? Y'all saw Gone Girl. You seen the shower scene. Who wouldn't put a love spell on him? I would do it definitely. But like, who cares? You know, and that's just the way Ben's face is. We've seen him throughout the years. That's just how he holds his face. But it doesn't really matter. I digress. I like J-Lo. I grew up listening to J-Lo. I grew up watching her movies. I mean, she was on In Living Color as a fly girl. She started off as a dancer, and now she is where she is now. How could you be mad? And y'all was so mad when she did the Super Bowl with Shakira. Look, everything doesn't have to be white people, you know. Blonde hair, blue eyes, light complected, blonde hair, brunettes, redheads, whatever. Like, y'all are everywhere. People have seen you everywhere. Maybe some people want to see something different. And there's nothing wrong with that. Embrace the differences of the world. Like, when I was little, we were taught that America was a salad bowl. And I was like, salads are healthy. That's what I thought about that. Salads are healthy. So America is healthy because we have all of these people that can influence us, and different cultures and different foods. That's my favorite part. It's the food. Experiencing different foods from different places. But yeah, I just feel like I'm living in some type of mental grief. Like adulthood, like I said before, it isn't what I thought it would be. And then when I see what we're doing with our time and with social media and how addicting it is, it drives me crazy. Like, it hurts my head. I may have to take off my crown because my head literally is hurting. Ow. But no, I'm going to keep it on. It is my responsibility to be amazing. Okay. But yeah, my head be hurting. I had to take my crown off for a second and catch a little break. But no, I don't know. I hate how everybody is so mean. And if they flip that around and change their energy to be positive, you don't have to be a cockeyed, what's the word? What I call it? A cockeyed positivity. Like, everything's going to be great all the time, you know? And you don't have to be a pessimist. I'm a cynic. And I see the realism in everything. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to have to take a break from social media. And it's very difficult doing the things that I do and thinking that it's going to lead me somewhere. I don't know. I don't know. You know, things on TikTok are crazy. The algorithm is crazy. It's just crazy. We have all of this technology, and I don't think we're utilizing it to the best of our abilities. I don't enjoy the addiction of social media. I don't enjoy the thought processes of having to post something every day or twice a week or something. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all this, y'all watching this YouTube channel right now, I might be here week to week, I might not be. I don't know when the hell I'm gonna be here. because it just gets exhausting. Because I don't mind talking to myself. I do that all the time. But I would like interaction. And I feel like it's kind of crazy being a human and desiring interaction, and then people don't do it. And you're like, well, why do I desire it? Is there a part of my brain that can cut that part off to where I don't desire, to be social or to interact with people? Not everybody. I'm not trying to have everybody like me. Look, I'm not trying to have everybody like me. But I do think it's crazy when people do think that everyone likes them. You have got to be delusional. I mean, you can live in the land of delusion, but at the same time, I feel like you're setting yourself up for failure mentally. And then when it happens externally in reality, you're like, oh, what was I thinking? Yeah, you could have thought that a while ago, Libra. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. And if you aren't really huge into astrology, then of course you wouldn't like the J-Lo movie. I mean, I think J-Lo, I think she's a Leo. Yeah, she is a Leo. Like, most Leo women love astrology because it describes them to a T. And then they have every excuse or reason to be the diva that it is that they are. That's described as what Leos are. Why would you not like astrology? Why? When it's usually like centered positively towards you? I know, I'm a Cancer. I'm very deep and very emotional. I'm very astute and aware of things. And if you don't believe in astrology, then tell me, why are Virgos such control freaks? Why do Pisces men talk so much? Stop. You can't leave because they're talking and you don't want to appear rude. And so you're just waiting for them to stop, but then they don't. So you act like you have to go to the bathroom, but then you just leave. And they don't know that you're going. They fall asleep. But yeah, just stuff like that, things of that nature. How come every Taurus man just wants to Netflix and chill? Like, they never want to leave. They say, oh, you're so pretty. They don't want nobody to see you, but they want to stay in the house. So, tell me how I'm wrong. I'm not. And what else? There are so many other examples that I can give, but it would take just too long. But I'm just saying, like, it doesn't matter if you don't believe it. It's just crazy that people don't believe in astrology or care for the zodiac, and people just use it to make fun of others because it's fun. Just know that everything isn't for everybody, okay? Everybody doesn't have to like the same things you like. Everybody doesn't have to think the same way you think. Does it make things a little bit difficult? Yeah. But that's what growing up with your family should have taught you. It should teach you, you have to deal with people that you don't want to be around no matter what. That's what your childhood should have trained you for. So that when you grow up and you become an adult and somebody says something and you don't go, but, whatever. In my opinion, biblically, I believe the story of Cain and Abel was supposed to deter people from having multiple children. But what do I know? What do I know? But yeah, there's just this feeling that I have inside of me that I'm very upset at the conduct of the adults around me, or the adults in the world that we live in. A lot of people have this "I don't care" attitude, and that really bothers me. Like, I feel like I'm dying a lot of the times because I'm wondering, how do you not care? Why don't you care? Even when it comes to the issues that we're having now in society, how we're having men and women against each other. I love my man, so I don't know what's going on with everybody else, but there seems to be a lot of problems in the dating world. I do not want to go back out there. I refuse. I've seen what's on the internet, and I've seen how dumb people can be, and I just don't understand why they haven't blown up. Like some people's brains are a crime against humanity. The way that you think, the way men think, and then they've come to this conclusion that they say men know what they're doing. They just don't care. And that's how I feel in general about existence. Like, people, not even just men, people know what they're doing. They don't care. People know that they're spreading misinformation. They don't care. people know that they're hurting someone's feelings, they don't care. Where is the humanity? So, yeah. And that brings us with our word of the day. You know, I always have something that's in relevance to the episode in regards to what we're talking about. And since we're talking about haters and criticism in social media, I thought, why not bring up this term? NPC. Yes, the word for today is an acronym, but it's NPC. Yes. And you may be asking yourself, what is an NPC? Well, I'll be happy to tell you. An NPC is a non-playable character. It's basically the one that's not the main character, and you see them about on your route, and they're saying the same thing over and over and over again. Imagine walking up to a character on the game, and it's like some old man, and he's like, "Get off my lawn!" You know, and no matter what you do, every time you go to that particular point, that man says the same thing over and over again. "Get off my lawn! Get off my lawn!" So it's called a non-playable character. That is what a NPC is. So yeah, I wrote this down, and I said a lot of y'all are walking around like NPCs, which is a non-playable character, but you're letting someone else play with your character. I don't think you heard me. You are allowing people to play with you. And as a former people pleaser, I am not doing that shit anymore. Okay? Don't let people play with you. And don't play with other people as well. It goes back and forth. Now, the reason I mentioned an NPC, and you're like, we're not talking about video games or anything. Look, I believe that life is a simulation. A lot of things are a video game. Even when we go to sleep at night and we have these dreams, maybe our dreams are like a secret code to what we can be doing in our waking life, or maybe it's about a previous life. I don't know. Now, you may be asking yourself, what are you talking about? How did we get on this level of stuff? We went from a J-Lo movie, and now we're talking about astrology, and now we're talking about NPC characters. Yes, to me, the movie was deep. J-Lo's movie was about, not even just about self-love, but about mental health and about loving your inner child. That's what it felt like to me. I was watching with my little girl, and she was crying, and I was crying. So, I mean, it made me feel some type of way, and not a negative way, but it felt good. And it felt kind of healing to know, oh, other people feel like this too. Even if she is a big time celebrity, it was a very relatable movie to me. In my mind, is a musical in my world, in my mind. I'm dancing all the time, even in the grocery store. My daughter, I embarrass her because I'm always dancing, because Publix plays the best soundtrack to shop to. Yeah, so my thing is, don't be an NPC. You know what I'm saying? Wake yourself up. Find a path and take it. Do something. Don't criticize someone for doing something. Don't be jealous that somebody's doing something you're not doing. If you want to do it, do it. If you want to sing, sing. If you want to act, act. If you come to do these things and you find out that you're not that good at it, that's okay. There are other stratas that you can go in and find yourself and explore. But it's just crazy. It's so crazy. It's so mean to over criticize somebody for doing what they love, and they're making an earning. They're making a living from it. Like, I can't get mad at it. I can't get too mad at Taylor Swift. You know, she's gonna do what she's gonna do. People have their routes to get to the bag. Is it always honorable? No, not all the time. But should you be upset about some of the routes people take to make their money? Sure. I get upset too. But showing how mean you are over the internet, using an anonymous picture with a profile of nothing and 0 followers, is very cowardly. I feel like if you're going to say mean things, that people should be able to find you and see you face to face so they can counter. That's just my thing. Like, that's just how I feel. Maybe I'm wrong for having those feelings. I don't think I am. I think people take it way too far. I think it's a normal human response that when somebody makes fun of something you like it kind of hurts. You're like, oh, you feel that way so deeply? Oh, you know? But yeah, if people are going to be so mean over the internet, you should be able to know where they live and where they work at. So that way you can ask them a bunch of questions on their job and stare at them. I don't know. Just don't be mean on the internet. There should be some type of consequences for people saying some foul shit online, because people be saying a lot of racist stuff. And even then, even the algorithms are racist. It's crazy. It's like, you want to do your best, you want to put your best foot out there, you want to be consistent, but there's so many things working against you in this game of life, in this simulation that we are all in. And I would love to jump out of it and go to another planet. That's desirable to me. And I don't know. I don't cry as much as I used to, but I don't know. Being an adult is not what I thought it would be. This is not the life I thought it would be. I feel like I say that every day. I feel like I say that every day. Like I wake up and say, this is not what I thought life would be like. Are we seriously doing this? Are we the type of people who watch Captain Planet and we're not taking care of the planet? Yep, yes we are. But again, it is what it is. An NPC needs to wake up, because we are in a dimension to where you have to take action of your life. You can't just sit there and do nothing. I mean, you can, but life will happen to you. A lot of people like to be spontaneous. I don't like that. I need a plan. I don't think I'm a spontaneous person. There's too many unforeseen risks, whether it be financial or even my mood. Like I have to be in the mood. Like things have to be set right. Like I like to be home. My home is nice. So yeah, people be trying to play with me, make plans with my time. That's inconsiderate. Don't let them do that. Let them know about themselves. Tell these people, whether it be your friends or your family. And let's come up with some rules while we here right now, before I let y'all go. Okay? Let's come up with some rules. These rules have always been, like, I guess, like the unknown rules, the known knowns, the known unknowns, whatever the case may be, Samuel Jackson. But listen, if you make plans, you need a minimum of 3 days. Yes, you say 3 days, a minimum. If the event is on Friday, you need to let them know at least Tuesday. On Tuesday, say, hey, you thinking you want to do something on Friday? Don't call me Thursday. Say, hey, what you doing tomorrow? Going to sleep. I'm gonna be asleep. Because you have to be considerate of other people's time. Okay? NPCs aren't considerate of other people's time. They are not aware of time. Some of you are not aware that you are dating an NPC. Like, look at your text messages. Open up your phone and look at what they say. They say the same thing every time. You're like, oh my God, she's right. I am right. I'm right. And that's okay. Maybe you need to wake up your NPC spouse and say, hey, sir, the script you're following doesn't really go anywhere. Let's go somewhere else. That's just me, though. That's just a theory that I came up in my head, and I thought I would share it with you all. So you can wake up. Wake up. Wake up to how you're treating people. Wake up to how you're treating yourself. Stop acting like self-care and self-love is a crime. Because if you don't love yourself, what makes you think somebody else will? And I'm not saying that everybody has to be fully healed in order to be in a relationship or in order to be loved. Sometimes someone else's love lifts you up. It's true. Just like these love songs that we have. These things can occur. They can happen. But you have to be open and receptive to it. I don't know. I love that J-Lo movie. I love love. If you don't love astrology, if you don't love love, if you don't love musicals, if you don't love Jennifer Lopez, this is not the movie for you to watch. That's all. And that's okay. That's okay. But I'm probably going to watch it again as soon as I finish recording all this footage for y'all. Because I really like that movie. This is me now. And yeah, even though she can't sing, I don't care. I don't care that she can't sing. She can dance, though. I love her dance moves. I love her dance moves. And I love her fierceness. And freaking Taylor Swift can't freaking dance, and she's a bajillionaire. So here, there's a trade-off somewhere. See what I'm saying? Have you ever gone to bed with your makeup still on? Well, that's what happened to me. Look at my face. Have you all heard about the 10-step Korean skincare routine? Well, check this out. I'm going to be putting on this oil cleanser on my face as the first step so I can wipe away all the makeup and sunscreen from the day before, and then wipe that off with a foaming cleanser and rinse that away. Now, the next step is to use a bean essence mix soon. I guess it's supposed to be an exfoliant, and I've been using it. There's an eyelash in my eye, so that's what you were seeing. But yeah, I use this bean essence and I rub it all over my face so my skin can absorb it. Now here is the coolest part. This is the toner. I put this all over my face, and they have this thing called 7 skins. You put the toner on your face 7 times, or at least until your skin doesn't look like it wants it anymore. This is what the base of the glass skin is all about. So I put this toner on 7 times. After that, I put on my snail mucin, and I let it absorb. And I put on this stuff called ampoule. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it starts with an A. And then I put my eye cream on and the moisturizer. And look, I use my machine and I use that red light therapy on my skin to keep from wrinkling prematurely. But you know, black don't crack.
It's for every single kid, just to be safe.
Me too, kid. Me too. Bullying has many faces nowadays, from being in school and being bullied by your peers, and even being bullied online. So no matter where you go, even when you're trying to find a place of peace in your home, you can't find it. And bullying has leveled up nowadays. It's not just dealing with stuff at school or being bullied online. It even happens racially. And we don't call that bullying. We call it being assaulted. It happens time and time again. We see it almost every day. It happens so much that you become desensitized to it. But I don't think we should be desensitized to people not being treated like people. It's terrible.
This woman, a realtor, was found dead.
Somebody reported this woman using a sex toy on the beach. And I don't know how true it is, but to me, that feels like she's being bullied.
Gunshot wound to the head. The manner of death is certified as suicide.
You do not believe this was handled correctly and the police should not have been called?
No, because look what it led to. Somebody taking their life.
Can we all just be kind to one another before it pushes someone to the edge and the point of no return? Can we just do that and be nice humans? Everybody, well, I do want to thank you all for watching Come on My Couch. It has been great ranting about Jennifer Lopez and all kinds of things. Who knows what I'm going to talk about next, but I'll see you again soon, and y'all enjoy the rest of your week.
You gotta take your hits, baby. Take your hits, boy. Take your hits.